Hello, y'all. I am so happy to be here. You guys have no idea. Like, I missed you guys so much. I just got off of another call that I was on that Zadie was just talking about in the group chat. And if you guys are interested in that, that is also a call that is open to everyone. Hello, y'all. Oh, I am so happy to be here. You guys have no idea. Like, I missed you guys. Sorry, YouTube be trying to play me. Anyways, as I was saying, that call is every single day right before this one. So I will be glad to share it. And I don't know if you guys have seen in the chat that I've been sharing the prayer call every morning. I'm glad that I've seen some of you guys on there. It has been some days, y'all. It has been some days. I apologize for my absence. Oh, gosh, y'all, I missed y'all. I'm like, oh my goodness, I missed y'all for real. I have been down in the dumps, if I'm being honest with you guys. And you guys know I like to be very transparent. It's 11:11. Wait, I gotta make a wish. All right. Okay, that's over here, not wherever you guys are. But anyways, I have been just down in the dumps, not really understanding why I'm so emotional. And I want to say it's because of the fact that I spent the holidays alone. I'm not alone. I was with my wife, but I'm used to spending it with family. And usually our holidays are very chaotic, if anything, right? Because my wife, we have to like tend to my wife's family. She has two sides of her family you have to tend to, and then my family. And so this year, because it was very like slow pace and not, we didn't have to visit anybody or anything like that. It was very different for us. And then to top it off, at the very end, we got sick, both of us, but we're fine. Thank you, Jesus. But I think a lot of my emotions came from just the world, right? Just seeing everything that's going on in the world. And so many of my friends, oh my goodness, when I say so many of my friends, and I know you guys can relate, have gotten sick in this season. And it's very, very scary and sad to see. And I think that that's really took a toll on like my emotions or whatever, but that's not an excuse, guys. Commitment is the importance, right? And that's actually what I'm going to talk about. If you're interested or if you're committed, something that probably some of you guys have heard before. Actually, let me get the name of the podcast before I continue, because I definitely want y'all to listen to homeboy. He is definitely the truth. And his podcasts are literally 2 minutes long. Like when I say 2 minutes, you're like, how could you get so much information from 2 minutes? Like 2 minutes he's fire. The Self-Improvement Daily Tips is his Self-Improvement Daily is the name of the podcast. But anyway, so let me start by, guys, good morning. Sorry, I went on a rant, but good morning, good afternoon for some. My name is Monique. I go by Killer Curls on all social media platforms. This is Queenspiration, a community, a platform, all of the things a family created to really help us navigate through this journey of life, guys. I feel like it gets more difficult as the time passes, honestly, if I'm being completely honest. It is, you can get a lot of info. Imagine changing it to something. Woof, ain't that the truth, girl? Who you telling? But guys, this community, like I said, is just to help us all navigate through life, mindset, feelings, all of the things. And this, honestly, the more, like I said, the more that time passes, the harder it gets in the outside world. So what this community is family. And I love to say that because I really, truly feel like most of us on here get bombarded with calls daily, right? We are on so many mindset calls in a day, which is a blessing. It's a beautiful thing. But sometimes it's scary, right? They're big calls. We can't open our mouth. We can't unmute ourselves. We're afraid to talk or whatever the case may be. But this platform, I just want all of you guys to be empowered to know that your voice is powerful and you can utilize this platform as your safe haven to really, hi Fafi, to really get to know yourself, really get to know other people outside of, even the industry, whatever the case may be. But that's why this community has been created. Okay. So today we're talking, are you interested or are you committed? Okay. So those goals that you have, the dream life that you aspire for, that perfect relationship and job, guys, is that something you're interested in having? or are you committed to making it happen? Oh my goodness. How many of you guys have goals? Drop a one. Just drop a one if you have goals. It doesn't matter what they look like. It could be weight loss. It could be, starting a business. It could be ending a business. It could be ending a relationship. Guys, let's just say that, okay? Goals are, it's not only starting them. So there's goals that we can have to stop something, right? Because there's things that we know we need to change. I just spoke about this on my story this morning about how a lot of us have this whole saying in our head, or it's not in our head, it's been told to us that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And I'm here to tell you that no matter how old you are, no matter what you've been programmed to believe, there is change that can happen. Here comes my dog. I already knew she was going to do this. She was sleeping this whole time. And now she's right here. She's going to start barking, but that's okay. We're going to ignore her. It's a very important distinction. Karma, don't start. Go lay down. Go lay down. Okay, sorry. All right, let me not even go there. Okay, so if you're interested in something and it exists as an idea, a possibility in your life for how things can go, right? So that's interested, how things can go. There's ifs in your mind, okay? It's a very passive approach toward the things you want, right? Because, oh, I want that, but if it happens. A lot of us do that. A lot of us are like, well, if it happens, it's meant to be. If it doesn't happen, it's not meant to be. And that is the wrong way to look at your goals, guys, because really and truly your goals, you have the possibility to make anything come to fruition if that's what you want, if you're committed to that. Okay. So the problem is there's no definitive, no decision, and therefore no pressure or accountability towards making it happen. All right. If you are committed to something, then you are acknowledging that you're going to do what it takes to make it happen. Okay. Hey, Jana, girl. I love when people just randomly pop up. Hey, boo. All right. So by committing, you put yourself out there and begin to take positive action where failure is not an option, right? Not saying, guys, because let me tell you, failure is going to happen. But we have to know that failure is not an option, meaning failure is not our end all be all. Okay. In the midst of our journeys, as I talked about in the beginning, our life journeys, right? There's going to be so many things that come in our. I told y'all. Let's go take her outside because she just wants to be a part of Queenspiration, yeah. And we'll sit by the outside because I ain't got time for her, y'all. I ain't got time. Anybody want a dog? Pitsky Pitbull Husky mix. She's 4 years old and she's a pain in my ass. Sorry, y'all. Animals. I just want a baby. I don't want a dog. This was my other option, right? Anyways, so by committing, you put yourself out there and begin to take positive action where failure is not an option, like I said, guys. With this intention, a possibility becomes a probability, and things will start to fall into place so that it does happen, okay? Because it must happen one way or another. When you're committed, you have the mindset that it must happen one way or another, no matter what, no matter how, no matter why, it's going to happen, okay? That's commitment. Hold on, sorry. All right. So the key difference is when you're interested in something, your focus is on the if. There's doubt about it. There's doubt about if this thing is going to happen or not. When you're committed to something, the focus is on how it's going to happen. Not now it's about, I don't know what I just wrote. Like I said, it's about how it's going to happen. It's not about if it's going to happen. So you have to be critical on yourself, guys. You have to be critical on yourself. You know, I always tell you guys, you got to give yourself grace, and that is fine. But you have to be critical on yourself and ask yourself, how do you approach the things that you want? Really and truly ask yourself, when you want something, how do you approach it? Do you wait and let life tell you how it's going to happen? Or do you wait and say, okay, well, if this happens, then this will happen. Or if I get here, then I can do this. Or, I mean, I was that person, guys. I used to tell myself all the time, I can't do this because I don't have a laptop. I can't do this because I don't have an office. I can't make my coffee cute because I ain't got an espresso machine. Like literally all the things, all the excuses as to why I can't do something. The content, how many of us say that? Oh, I can't make content because, oh, this is so confusing. Oh, because I don't have space on my phone for this app. Oh, because of so many different excuses, guys. I have made them. But when you're committed, none of those excuses are valid. None of them are valid. You will not allow those excuses in your mind. Okay. So how do you stay committed? I'm going to give you guys a few steps. You guys know I like to give you tangible. So if you got a notebook, write it down. If not, It will be recorded. All right. So number one, keep making progress, guys. You must understand that momentum and commitment will come when you're in action. Okay. Momentum and commitment does not come from sitting still. You cannot sit on the couch and wait for things to happen for you. They're not going to happen like that. I know you guys have heard before, nobody is coming to save you. No one. Okay. There's a reel about that too. Ain't nobody coming. They're not coming to save you. Okay. You have to do it for yourself. You have to be so committed that no matter what, you keep making progress. The key is not to let yourself sit and do nothing. Don't fall into the trap of overthinking and getting nothing done. Oh my goodness. How many of us fall into the trap of overthinking? I can speak for myself when I say that overthinking has been a killer of so many things for myself. I literally have sat there and said, oh my goodness, but how many of you guys but your goals? How many of us? Okay, that's my favorite reels. No one's gonna come, no one is coming, right? It's so true. It is so factual, okay? But guys, seriously, think about it. Wait, hold on, let me read that comment. I remember when reels made me cry from being overwhelmed. Literally, listen, people overwhelm the most simplest things. We overwhelm ourselves by overthinking it, right? Because again, what do? We compare ourselves to other people, other people's perfection, other people's chapter 30. Guys, these reels that you see that are perfect, let me tell you that they've tried 50 times before they got that perfect reel. Y'all that have made reels, y'all know there is no perfect, it's impossible. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the best content creator in the world. When I tell you that there's steps that have to be taken in order for that reel to portray what it is that it needs to portray, is period. I don't care who you are. Okay, so if a reel is something that you're committed to, then commit to it and do it no matter what. No matter what. I tell you guys all the time, especially those of you that are in the business. Isabel Sanchez she is top earner in the business. Okay, she has the most flawless. Her content is beautiful. Okay, beautiful. But one, she has a boyfriend that is in the content creating business, right? But before that, she had to struggle to do her content. And even still, you think that Shane or whatever his name is, he don't struggle to do her content and his content? Of course. Of course. But guys, the reality is if you go back to the SEDs, to the $1 million earners, all of them in the company, they've all come from somewhere. They've all come from fear. Before there was not even reels. Guys, we're lucky to have reels. So when we look at them like that, instead of overthinking the fact that we want perfection, think of it in a state of gratitude. And this is something that I've learned. If ever you're in a place to think negative, just change your mindset to gratitude in that moment. And I promise you, it's going to change the game for you. In a moment that you're thinking, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. I can't find the perfect. Oh my God, I can't do the perfect transition. Oh, I can't get the perfect. Oh, the seconds, y'all, that kills me. Put in the seconds with the words and it pops up at the wrong time. All the things. Listen, all that stuff. As soon as you think, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful that we have reels to be able to reach the mass, because before they didn't have this. And that's reality. When Isabel and Joe and all of them started, there was no reels 3 years ago, y'all. We didn't have reels. We had TikTok. I don't even know if we had TikTok. Okay. It was like just popping, just starting. It was like, right, exactly. So think about the people that first started Money and think of how grateful or how lucky we are to be able to have those options, right? And I know it's scary, y'all. Trust me when I say that Queenspiration was the scariest thing I probably ever committed to. Okay. Why? Because I have commitment issues. That's number one, right? I have commitment issues, not in a way of relationships, but I guess in relationships, right? Commitment to communication is hard for me. Commitment to other people is hard for me, right? And I could say commitment to myself is easy, but really and truly, it's not commitment to myself. It's the fact that when you are committing to yourself, nobody else is there to hold you accountable, right? Nobody else is there to say, oh, where did you go? What happened? Right? So I'm gonna get to there because that's one of the steps. Anyways, so focus on taking baby steps, okay, that you can accomplish right now, small victories, okay? That is how you keep making progress. Baby steps. If reels scare you, guess what? Start with reels that you don't talk. If you are on my Instagram, most of my reels is not my face, okay? I'm either making a coffee in my reel, I'm doing something, okay? So if you don't like to talk, don't talk. Let me tell y'all, I be sitting here looking at y'all's reels and I'm like, I wish a girl could dance. I don't know how to dance. Did y'all know that about me? I don't got a rhythm bone in my body, okay? Neither one of my parents know how to dance, and it's trash because my siblings all know how to dance. There's 7 of us, okay, and I'm the only little pigling that didn't learn how to dance. Okay, I don't have it in me, and it'd be blowing my mind when I see all these reels. I tell my wife all the time, I'm like, yo, God knows what he was doing, that he didn't make me a dancer, because I would have been all out on these reels. Y'all don't even understand. I would have been doing all the whatever the you know, y'all know the song with the dun, dun, and all the things that y'all be doing. I wish I could, but I can't. I mean, I probably can. I probably look a little cuckoo, but hey, listen, I might go viral just because I look crazy, right? But the reality is that, again, I don't have that ability. And all of you guys that are afraid, focus on the little things. Focus on the little things, guys. If it means that you're afraid to get on live with somebody else that can do all the talking. And that's it. Little by little, you start to get comfortable doing the things that you have to do. But that's only if you're committed. Because if you're only interested, anytime that fear comes about, which it will, anytime that someone's like, oh, can we just do the call another day? You're like, yeah. But when you're committed, you're like, oh, they canceled, but I'm still going to get on live. I'm still going to do it because I still got to show up. A lot of us do that. A lot of us like to fall into that, right? And that's what shows the difference between being interested and being committed, okay? So number 2 is hold yourself accountable, okay? I know we've heard this so many times, but it's one of the most important principles when it comes to keeping the commitment, okay? Think about it. You will never skip a work meeting, right? How many of you guys have had a work meeting? And as early as it is, or even if you got to stay late for work, how many of you guys still have to show up to that meeting? So why do you skip over your goals? Why are you not that committed to your goals? Right? It should be a non-negotiable, just like showing up for the big man is, okay? Because that's what it is. When we have a 9 to 5, it don't matter how you feel, don't matter what they say, don't matter what time. If they say you have a mandatory meeting or mandatory overtime, guess what you're doing? You're going to be in a mandatory meeting or a mandatory overtime. Okay? So we need to stop skipping taking action on our goals, okay? The reason is simple. You are accountable for your meetings, people, your coworkers, your managers, and are waiting for you at that meeting, like I mentioned, right? We are committed to other people. So that is why other people are holding us accountable, sorry. And that is why we can't renege on our word, because other people are, now you got to explain yourself. Guys, let me tell you something. I felt like trash not showing up to Queenspiration on Thursday and Friday. When I tell you, I mean, I was in the parking lot, boo-hoo crying, because I'm like, Mo, this is not who you are. Even if you come up here looking pale and coughing and crying, it's okay. These are your people, right? But again, that's a commitment issue. Right? And I want you guys all to know that I have fell short on commitment, and you guys are going to fall short on commitment. But that is when you have to tweak in your mind that you are more committed to your goals and you are interested in them coming to fruition. Okay? So when it comes to your goals, no one is there to hold you accountable. Like I said, this is why you need to create an accountability system so that you would never procrastinate on doing it. Okay? Especially when you keep your plans to yourself. It becomes easier for you to slack. Oh man, so many people do this. So many people like to say this whole thing. You know, a lot of people say, oh, don't tell people your goals because small-minded people can't understand big dreams. That's cool. I get it. But when you have the right circle, there's no reason why you shouldn't want to share your success or share your goals with them, because you know they're going to hold you accountable. So there's only 2 reasons. There's only one other reason. And it's because they're going to hold you accountable that you don't want to tell them. Because you know that if you don't commit, if you don't show up when you said you're going to show up, it's a problem. Okay. So I'm here to tell you to tell people your goals. Okay. When you make those goals, if your circle is the way it's supposed to look, like successful people, because I tell you guys all the time, you are an average of the people you hang out with. That means the people that are around you, if you share those goals with them, they're going to hold you accountable. And don't be mad at your friends when they do that. Okay. Don't be mad when you shared your goals with somebody and they come at you like, hey sis, where's that? What's going on? Because I'm that friend. Don't tell me your goals if you don't want me to say something to you, because I will, period. I'm that friend because I love you. That's the only reason. Because honestly, it don't do me no good to get you to do your goals, right? That's not going to benefit me none. But what benefits me is knowing that my people are successful because I had a place in making sure that you held yourself accountable, or that I hold you accountable. Okay. You have to tell people your goals so that, again, you can stay committed. Okay. It will increase your commitment a lot. So number 3, develop success habits. Okay. You can't just rely on your willpower and motivation. We all know motivation comes and goes, guys. We know this. It comes, it goes, depending on how you feel, how you woke up that morning. Listen, y'all, I was super motivated 2 weeks ago, and Christmas came, and that motivation, woo, it tanked like a mother lover. I mean, when I say that, I was just looking around like, Monique, figure it out. Where are you? Are you drowning? Are you like, what is wrong with you? Like, literally, I was asking myself that, because it was just like, oh my God, I got to get gifts. Oh my God, I got to do this. Oh my God, I got to do that. Oh my God, my business. Oh my God, my family. Like, y'all know how many, I probably have, most of y'all, I didn't send, I don't think I sent a Merry Christmas to anybody. Like, I struggled. I couldn't even answer the phone to my mother on Christmas, y'all, because I literally, my body, I was just so heavy. Like, it literally felt that way. But it, again, had I been committed, nothing would have stopped me, right? Because guess what, y'all, if you look at my Instagram these past 4 days, best believe my business was open. Best believe I was talking about my business, even if I didn't feel good, right? Because I was committed to that. I'm committed to changing lives. If anything else, if I'm not committed to, don't put a title on it, Queenspiration, don't put my name, none of those things. I am committed to changing people's lives. And in that commitment, that means me showing up in every way, shape, or form that I commit to. Okay, period. So that means my business, that means Queenspiration. I'm committed to y'all. Okay. And no matter what, no matter how, no matter why, who, what, where, all the things, I need to show up. And I want you guys to have that same thought process when it comes to your goals, okay? Because again, motivation comes and goes. So therefore, don't rely on your willpower. Instead, choose to develop success habits that will get you going, okay? Like how you brush your teeth every morning. First, you never miss brushing your teeth each morning, because it is an ingrained habit, okay? So that is how your commitments have to be. You have to create these success habits that are like your morning routine, right? If it means that every morning you have to do something the same way every single day, Nano talks about this all the time, 7 days a week. If you could do it 7 days a week, that is exactly how you stay committed. Start with 7 days. Like I said, baby steps. So start with 2 days. Wow, you did Monday and Tuesday. Okay, what's wrong with Wednesday? You're going to do Wednesday too. Wednesday and Thursday. Wow, I did Wednesday and Thursday. I could do Friday and Saturday. Boom, now Sunday's here. And of course I'm going to do it because I did it for 6 other days. Why would I not do it today? Guys, create the habit, but it has to be ingrained in your mind. Guys, the ones that, for those of you that are parents, it's ingrained in your mind that you got to feed your children. Listen, we know Sarah's son going to eat, right? We know he's going to eat. We always see her cooking. We always see her cooking. She always cooking for the baby. He's always eating. He's always well fed, right? But that's because she's committed to being a mother that feeds her son. So we have to be just as committed to our goals and see it as it's feeding us. And it doesn't have to be monetary, guys. Just see it as your goals are feeding you. Okay? Develop those success habits. Every day, do something that's going to be conducive to your growth. Every day, non-negotiable. I know a lot of us are big on podcasts, guys, but if you're just listening to a podcast in the background, I'm here to tell you that that's not how you do it. I'm sorry. I know they tell you, oh, because personal development, you could just have it playing in the back while you do the cooking and that's cool. I do that too. But I make sure that I revisit that, because I know for a fact I wasn't really listening 100%. There's no way. There's no way. So one thing that I learned from one of my directors is she asked a question I would never forget. It was last month. It was the end of the month call. She asked everybody, she said, how many of you guys can say that you guys are multitaskers? Everybody's like one, putting ones in the chat. They're all excited to prove to the director that they're multitaskers. They do it, they get it done. And she's like, boom, you're all doing it wrong. Hello? Because you cannot multitask and be conducive to your growth. There's no way. There's no way. You're gonna you're gonna fall short on one aspect, whether it be that you're gonna burn the food or you're not gonna grasp the information. I remember that call. Absolutely. Listen, I'll never forget it. I will repeat it every month after she said that, because I literally prided myself. And I used to say, women are so amazing because they're multitaskers. They get it done. They can do all the things. Guys, it's not something to glorify as much as we like to say that. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm queen of multitasking, but I'm also queen of not getting things all the way done. Right? I'll be in the middle of content and then I'm like, oh wait, I gotta cook. And then I'm cooking and then I forget about the content. And then all the things that happens to me all the time. How many of you guys are on Instagram scrolling for a reason, right? You're supposed to be 3-2-1-ing, prospecting people, whatever. And then you end up finding yourself through reels in a rabbit hole, because that's multitasking. That's something that we've programmed our mind to believe that we can do, but we need to stop doing that. Okay. So number 4 is change your mindset. Change your mindset, guys. We know mindset is everything. Okay. So another important factor that can help you boost your commitment is your mindset. Extraordinary people who have strong commitments to their goals don't even question if they should do the work. They just do it. They just do it. How many of you guys go on Nano's call? Probably most of you guys. If not, I'm gonna put y'all on because Nano's the truth. I love him. He's not even part of our business. He's part of a whole nother network marketing business. But the point is that his commitment is to help people. Okay. His commitment is to help people. And he makes sure that every single morning he pours into himself first. He wakes up at 5. Listen, at the butt crack of dawn every day, no matter if he's in Miami, no matter if he's in New York with his family, no matter if he's in Dallas doing an event, he's always up at the same time doing the same things. What does he do? He reads his book, he pours into himself, he reads his goal card, he does all the things that are going to be conducive to his growth. Okay. But he had to first change his mindset. He had to commit to that. Guys, because what does he come from? He comes from Washington Heights. He doesn't stop telling us that, right? He comes from Washington Heights with all the distractions, where they stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning on the stoop, where they're smoking weed and they're doing all the things of the street. And that's what he was used to. That's the life he could have conformed to. But he changed he decided, I was not going to conform. I'm going to commit. And so what does commitment look like? Commitment looks like, look at how successful he is now. And has he failed in the process? Absolutely, because we all do. But it's about getting back up, because when you're committed, those failures they're not an option. So they're not going to define you. When they come, they're like, okay, that's just a lesson. All right, boom, keep it moving. I'm still committed. Let's go. Right? When you're committed to get to a destination, whether you have low gas or not, you're going to get there. The obstacle is the low gas, but you're committed to getting to the destination. So you're going to get there, whether it means that you got to stop at the gas station to put some more gas, or you're going to pump it until you get there. You're going to push it, right? But you're committed. And that's how you got to be about your goals. So committed that no low gas light coming on, that nobody jumping in front of your car. None of those things are going to stop you. How many red lights you got to stop at before you get there? Plenty. That's just how it is with your goals. How many obstacles are you going to face before you get there? Plenty. Okay. So we're changing our mindset. And this is because of, okay, so like I said, they extraordinary people, they keep going without any question, no matter what, right? Why? Because their mindset and their belief. Okay. First, they don't look at work as work. They just do it without thinking much about it. Okay. Without thinking about it. And a lot of us need to think like that. A lot of us need to stop tying our goals to like something so crucial, so like gut wrenching. You guys, we make it seem like, oh my gosh, I got to do this. I got to go to the gym. Well, yeah, if you want to lose weight, right? But if you're committed and you stop seeing it as a work, like if you're working, like, oh my God, that's so hard. And again, change your mindset to gratitude. Wow, I'm so grateful that I have the ability to go to the gym. 1, to afford a gym membership. 2, because I have legs that are working, that I could go to the gym and perform whatever I need to perform. 3, because I have whatever it is, y'all. I'm going to tell you something. I can't go to the gym like an average person because of my blood disorder. Y'all will catch me on the news somewhere. Homegirl passed out again in the gym. Homegirl, I'm blacked out on the treadmill. Like, that's my life. Okay. So those of you that are able to go to the gym and the only thing that's stopping you is the fact that your lack of commitment, I'm here to tell you to switch your mindset to gratitude. On your way there, instead of saying, oh my God, I got to take this pre-workout, all the things. No, I'm grateful that I get to go there. I'm so happy that I get to go to this gym, because what's going to come, oh my gosh, y'all. Okay. J-Lo ain't got nothing on me. All right. That's how you got to see it. For real, for real. Okay. So extraordinary people are exposed to possibilities rather than impossibilities. They expand their vision and build positive mindsets through reading and immersing themselves in the industry. What does that mean? If gym is one of your commitments, immerse yourself in that industry. Okay. Follow the people that are going to motivate you on social media. right? Don't follow the people that are telling you it's okay to be how you are, to be unhealthy and eat all the crap, right? I had to unfollow a lot of people, y'all, because I used to follow this one lady named Snack Biatch. I don't know if y'all know her, but she be sharing all the snacks. And I'd be ready to run right out to Walmart and go get the snacks. I had to unfollow sis because I knew that that's not what I needed. And that's what we have to do. We need to be immersed in our goals, whatever it is, whatever it is. Okay. So if your goal is to impact people, what are you going to do? Follow people that are impacting people so you can learn from those people. Okay. But we got to first change our mindset. People who are fully committed to achieving their goals see their goals as possibilities. They believe that they can achieve what they want, and hence they take the necessary actions. Okay. So number 5, now Karma want to bark outside. She get on my nerves. I know my neighbors don't like her. She's from Hialeah, y'all. I keep telling y'all. I don't know if anybody knows about Hialeah, but she's from 49th Street by the Taco Bell. That's her. Anyways, y'all probably don't know what I'm talking about. All right. So number 5, stay hungry for your goals. Okay. If you want to be truly committed to your goals, you must develop an unsustainable hunger for them. Okay. Instead of feeding yourself with thoughts and inner dialogue of why your goals are impossible or difficult, feed yourself with positive messages. Like I just mentioned to you guys, stop looking at your goals as impossible. There is nothing that is impossible. The only thing is, I don't think y'all could fly. That's it. But everything else you could do. Okay. So really and truly, if you stop seeing your goals as impossible and stop overthinking the outcome, or not even overthinking the outcome, you're overthinking the work that it takes to get the outcome. So you talk yourself out of it. Stop doing that. You got to stay hungry. Okay. When you find your inner conviction and when you truly resolve to achieve your goals, you would never allow any other things to distract you or take you away from your goals. Okay. When you are committed, guys, when you really have found that inner conviction, because that inner conviction that's a tough one right there. That's the tough one. The way you talk to yourself, the things you tell yourself in the midst on the process to getting to where you need to go. Oh, well, I really don't have to do it. Well, there is another way. Well, how many of us do that? Talk ourselves out of the things that we know we need to do. Listen, when I first started this business, y'all, I used to say, every call I get on, I'm getting on camera. I'm getting on camera. I don't care. That's me. That's respect. Like, that's how I feel. Like, literally, that's how I felt. I see it like that. I'm like, I'm going to get on my camera for all the calls, right? And then what happens? I get on calls and then, of course, it's late, right? And I'm like, but I'm eating. But I'm cooking. But I'm doing all these things. I'm making excuses. But I didn't stay committed to what I said. Guys, it's something as simple as that, okay? Stay hungry for that. But stop telling yourself these negative things. Stop convincing yourself otherwise. Once you make something a non-negotiable, make it a non-negotiable. Because we're allowing ourselves to talk. We're allowing our inner talk to convince us not to take action, okay? And guess what? People don't see your inner talk. They see your outer action or no action, right? They don't see that if somebody's hosting, Sarah, if you're hosting a call and my camera's off, you don't see the thoughts that are going in my head telling me why I didn't put on the camera. You see that I'm not on the camera. And that's what happens, guys. We have all these inner talks, but nobody cares about what's happening in your mind. Because again, nobody's coming to save you. It's about the action that you take. Okay, so get rid of those negative thoughts. How do you know you're hungry? When your problems, failures, and roadblocks become mere speed bumps rather than stop signs, right? So what does that mean? When bad things happen, I'm gonna keep going. I'm just slowing down a little bit, but I ain't stopping, right? That's how you know you're hungry. When no matter what it looks like, you are still here showing up, okay? When you are committed, things are not gonna stop you. You understand that everything that you do and every result you get, be it positive or negative, are just progress. Everything, good or bad, is just progress. No matter what, y'all, okay? You know how many lessons I've had to learn in Queenspiration alone? It's progress. Guys, there's days where we have, y'all already know, there's days where we have 13 people. There's days where we got 8 people. There's days where we have 27 people. There's days where we got 23 people. It doesn't matter. But before, I used to be worried about those things. right? All of that used to, those were problems in my head. Oh my God, I'm not reaching. Oh my God, this person's not showing up. Listen, I let go of all of that because I'm committed to helping people. Like I said to you guys before, same thing with my business. Oh my God, I could think of how many people told me no, but it's all progress, guys. Whether I have 8 people on here or 50 people on here, the same progress is happening. Nothing negative is happening. And even if negative was happening, right? If somebody decided, oh my God, I don't F with Queenspiration, I don't like Queenspiration, blah, 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 cool. It's still progress because maybe it's feedback that I needed, right? And I tell you guys that before. Anything that's negative, any people that are coming at you, telling you something, it might be feedback that you need to hear. They might have delivered it wrong. I could tell you that because I got some whack deliverers in my life. Okay, people that be wanting to tell me stuff, but I'd be like, you couldn't have Googled how to say that better, because like you couldn't have asked Siri how to articulate that a little bit nicer. No, but again, the reality is that's just what it is, right? It's feedback that is necessary, however we see it, but it's always progress. Okay, guys. So keep that in mind when staying hungry for your goals. Number 6 is remember your purpose. Remember your purpose. Tony Robbins says, people are not lazy. They simply have impotent goals. That is, goals that do not inspire them. Do your goals really inspire you, or are you doing it because somebody told you were supposed to do it? And that's the real thing. Like, this is the way I'm going into 2022. Any new business partner that I sign up under me, I need to know what your goals look like. Why? Because I need to know. It's okay if you just want an extra $200 in this business. It's okay if you just wanted the extra discount in this business. But if you don't, if you want something bigger, then I know how I need to lead you, right? And that is huge to me. That's huge to me. We need to know the difference. And a lot of us don't. A lot of us think we just got to do things to do things. A lot of us are staying in the business because we don't want to upset our upline. But your upline already know from your actions you ain't about this business. And that's period. And that's okay. That's okay. You just have to have that conversation and be real with yourself. Be real with your upline, but be real about it. Okay, guys? Because y'all, But again, remember your purpose, okay? When something is interesting and exciting, you will do it. Make your goals as exciting as possible. Give yourself emotional reasons why you must achieve them. Emotional reasons. A lot of you guys have kids. And I don't even want to tie it to the babies because that's a lot of pressure on the babies, if anything. You know, like, I'm doing this for you. You wake up real miserable, like, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have to go to this job. Listen, really and truly, it's hard. I get it, but you have to tie your purpose to something emotional. And that's what I did. I'm going to tell you guys, that's what I'm doing. My purpose is tied to something emotional, meaning that I have had a lot of pain and turmoil in my life, a lot. And I'm only 30 years old, and I know a lot have probably endured more than I. But the reality is that I have allowed my pain to become my purpose, and that is why I continue to go forward. I continue to go forward, no matter how hard it looks. If my goal is to impact many because I've already gone through the pain and I know God has something bigger in store for me to help other people, now my purpose is tied to something emotional. I can't let my people down, because in letting y'all down is letting me down. For real, for real. It hurts me more than it might hurt y'all. But commitment, okay? When your purpose behind your goals is strong, you will build a higher commitment for the game, period. Okay, I think it was Kobe, or maybe it was, I think it was Kobe or Michael Jordan, one of them, that did not make the basketball team, okay, for in high school. I think it was Kobe. It was one of them, y'all. It was one of the GOATs, okay? And the reality is that we all praise them, right? But they had to stay committed through that. People telling them they're never going to make it to the NBA. How many do you guys know how many times people that have made it have heard that they weren't going to make it? But their purpose was bigger than that. They knew what they had to do. So their commitment to the game didn't stop. And whoever it was, whether it be Kobe or Michael, they was in the gym every day and they said, I'm not leaving the gym until I make 100 shots a day. That's commitment. Because I'm going to be great, because that's my purpose, no matter what. So how many of you guys have goals to have a business partner? Or how many of you guys have a goal to hit a certain rank? So you need to be so committed that, you know what, I'm going to talk to 50 people today, and no matter what, I'm talking to 50 people. Period. However that looks, don't go to sleep until it's done. That's commitment. That means sometimes you're going to have to miss some sleep. Wake up a little earlier, go to sleep a little later. But if you're committed to your goals, it's not work, it's action. And action is what's going to make your goals come to fruition. Okay? So last but not least, number 7, and there is no explanation after this other than leave yourself with no other option. That's it. There's no plan B. There's no plan B. Plan A, plan A, plan A to Z, period. When you're that committed, you have no other option. You will do it by any means necessary. And I say this because a lot of people, and I keep bringing it back to the business because most of y'all are part of the business, but a lot of people that commit to the business are not really committed because they're like, oh, but I have this, I still get my paycheck every 2 weeks from my job, so I don't need to really commit. It's okay, right? A lot of people have that mindset because that means that their goal is tied to the money, right? Their thought is like, oh, I'm just here to make the money. But if your goal is bigger than that, your purpose is bigger than that, you have no other option. Even if there's another option, right? Because your job, just because you have your job, don't make that another option. Make it, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a business owner. I'm going to be the best business owner that I ever met in my life. Okay. Outwork yourself every single day. If you went to bed exhausted last night because you worked so hard, guess what? You need to work extra harder today and go to bed even more exhausted, because eventually that's going to work. That's going to be a habit that's just going to be created, that you're just going to do it and do it and do it. My wife, y'all, we could go to the dang Dollar Tree. She needs to be my business partner at this point. Literally, we go to the dollar store. She's like, oh girl, I like your hair. Oh, follow my wife on Instagram. Oh, literally, that's how she is. But it's clockwork to her because she's a seller by nature. I'm not like that. I can't talk to people like that, right? But I have to learn to be that way because I'm committed to my business, and to help my business grow, I have to talk to people. I got to get uncomfortable, right? But to her, it's normal. It's normal. She just does it. She don't got no other option. We be fighting because I'd be like, why? I don't even approach people like that. Don't be approaching people, making people think that that's how I am, because I'm not no seller like that. She'd be like, but that's what you got to do. You have to do that. She always drills it in my head, Monique, you have no other option. Talk to everyone. Because if you talk to 50 people while we're out, at least only one of them are going to hit you up. But if you don't talk to none, nobody's going to hit you up. If you only talk to 5, nobody's going to hit you up. Your actions have to be bigger than your dreams. Okay. So if you're dreaming big, you need to take big action. And I hope all of y'all are dreaming big, because every single one of you guys deserve a good life, a big life, an amazing, prosperous, abundant life. And we all can have it right here at the palm of our hands, y'all. I can't wait for y'all to listen. Oof, man, I can't wait for all the success stories. Y'all don't understand. I'm committed to that. I cannot wait to hear about Sarah's podcast, Cherie's podcast. Listen, I see y'all. All of the things that you guys want, you can have. Okay, all of them. And same here. I'm speaking to myself, y'all, because I got a lot of big dreams, but I got to take a lot of big actions. I cannot let it just stop here, because I'm gonna tell you something. That's what I was doing too with Queenspiration. I'm like, all right, I did my due for today. That's it. I ain't got nothing else to do. I just got to prepare for tomorrow's call. That's it. Heck no. It goes bigger than that. It means I need to go out of my way to be reaching out to people on Instagram, even about Queenspiration. Hey girl, I see you're going through something. Can I share a call with you? Boom. And that's what I need to start doing if I want anything to grow, if I want to impact people. I can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to stick with these people here and just hope that it just grows on its own. It doesn't work like that. I can't just end with 13 people and just let it be that I only impacted you guys. If I have the ability, the structure to be able to go out of my way to contact people, why am I not utilizing it? And that's because I give myself other options. That's because I'm like, all right, well, I got to get on other calls, or, oh, my wife's about to be home, so I got to make lunch for her, or all the things. No other option, y'all. Non-negotiable. Your life is non-negotiable, period. And this is your life that you guys are messing with when you just let your goals just go away, when you just let things just happen. Stop letting life tell you how you're supposed to live. Because if you let life tell you how you're supposed to live, you're going to conform to all the negativity that's out here in this world. And next thing you know, we all going to be transformers. Omarion or Michael Khan, whatever the heck his name is. That's what's going to happen. And that ain't even a joke. Let me knock on wood. That's not even funny. The reality is, y'all, for real, that if we conform to what life has in store for us, y'all, it's not pretty out there. We have to take control of our lives. And the only way you can do that is by taking action for the goals that you set for yourself. Ain't nobody else did it for you. You did it. That's what you want. Live that life, girl. Live that life, guy. Whoever's watching this in the future. It's all up to you, y'all. But anyways, that is all I have. Y'all already know I like to let y'all speak for a little hot minute, even though I be saying that, but then I end up talking. But I don't know if anybody wants to say anything. You can go ahead and unmute yourself. Cherie, unmute herself. Go ahead, boo.
Yes. Hi, guys. Hope y'all having a great day. This is such an amazing, message today. And it's crazy because it kind of ties into the message I was hearing last night. I don't recall her last name, but her name is Stephanie. She's a pastor under Sarah Jakes Roberts at her church. And I happened to listen to her message. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's just as powerful as Sarah, but in a different way. I just love her. I'll give her the name to you, Mo, later on. So if anybody want to look her up. But hers message was the power of consistency, which is kind of tying into, commitment, because you got to be, it takes consistency to stay committed to as well. You have to have that daily consistency. And something that stood out to me, it was a scripture. I don't recall which book, but it basically, don't quote me on the wording, but basically it was saying that whatever it is that you're working towards will eventually be manifested if you do not give up heart. Okay, the moment you just start to question yourself, question God, question what he's placed in your heart, that's when everything starts to seem so much farther away. You got to keep that heart. There's people in the Bible who waited years and years and years on the Lord. You know what I mean? Like Sarah didn't have her baby until her and Abraham, I think he was 100 years old, and God made them laugh. They're like, I finally got what I wanted. But it's all about the commitment and the consistency of every day doing that thing. Like she said, Nano wakes up every morning and do what he has to do. Even Jesus woke up early in the morning before everybody, before he had to do his healing and do all those things. He woke up to have his time to pour into himself, to get his guidance and all those things. So the consistency. There was another story she was saying, you guys all know or have seen people oh, you're healed, get up and walk, blah, blah. We've seen some of those things. So there was a situation where the woman told the woman that wasn't able to walk, oh, get up and walk, you're healed, after she prayed over the woman. And when the woman got up, she fell. So basically the lesson in that was the woman who was doing the healing was not committed or consistent to her time, with the Lord, or in her profession, or her, whatever it is that it is, like how Mo was saying, find someone in your industry that you can learn from, that you can grow from, that you can aspire to be like. She didn't have enough time in that anointing to be able to heal someone, because she just did it for show. It wasn't it's something that she believes in, that she truly did on a daily basis. And that can tie into anything that we're doing in life. If you're not putting the time in, putting the daily work every single day, when you go to perform, you got no feet, your feet is not wet. You got nothing accomplished because you didn't do the work yet. You can't perform without the work. Okay. And that's just a little snippet. I really want to do a little message on that whole power of consistency another time, because I don't want to take too much of you guys' time, but it was a really powerful message. I was bawling my eyes out because I had so many realizations, and it's so true. You got to put that daily time in. And I noticed that, sometimes, I know I'm a very spiritual person, but I can do more. And I realize that if I continue to stay close, that when I do speak, people can truly be transformed. And that is my intention and my goal. You know what I mean? So that's all I want to share.
I love that. I love that. And something you just mentioned that I'm like staying close. There's a movie, and actually Erica brought it up on the prayer call, The Shack, y'all. Cherie, if you have not seen The Shack, go watch The Shack. Y'all, go watch The Shack on Netflix. I'm telling you, you will be mind boggled at the work of the Lord, because really and truly, when we Like you said, when we lose the heart, that's where the problem comes. That is where we start. God is going to listen. God does not make bad things happen to us, but he allows things to happen to us because there is lessons that have to be had, guys. And it sounds bad, but it comes down to even losing your children. It comes down to losing things that you like. I'm telling you, it's scary. It's sad to say, but that's the reality. That's the reality, that we are going to be faced with so many difficulties if you do not keep your heart in it. Okay, there's two different types of obstacles that you have to go through, right? You're going to go through regular obstacles. That's going to happen. But the difficulties there's some difficulties that you don't even have to go through, but because of your actions, you're going to go through. God is going to allow you to go through that war. Okay. And he's going to provide you with the armor, but we don't have the heart to look at him for the armor. And we think we can fight it ourselves. And that's when we lose the war. And that's reality. You go watch that movie, y'all. Be ready to cry.
One more thing I wanted to say about telling people your dreams. One also good thing about telling people your dreams and the right people is, the people, sometimes the people that hear you are the people that are going to chime in to try to help your dream come to reality. And also God will send people to help you too as well. And he can't help you if you don't start putting it in motion, like Mo was saying. Once you start working, the help will show itself.
Amen. I believe that. And it's crazy because y'all know Melissa, the one that does the prayer call. I've spoken some things to her, and it's funny because I haven't spoken it to many people, but speaking it to her, God is using her to be able to pray those things into fruition for me, right? And who doesn't need a prayer warrior behind them, right? And like you said, it could be anything. It could be prayer, it could be connection. But if you don't share that person has that connection, guess what? You lost that connection because you never shared it. That's exactly what happened to me, where I was able to meet Trent Shelton. Why? Because of a connection, because I spoke out how bad I wanted to be a motivational speaker. My sister's friend heard it and she's like, you got to get to this event. We're going to meet Trent Shelton. And boom, I met Trent Shelton. That's just how it worked, right? But again, I wouldn't have had that connection had I not opened up about my goals. And that's the truth. Share them, y'all. But be committed, period. Be committed, okay? Before you even share, be committed. Because if you share and you ain't committed, there goes your credibility. Ain't nobody gonna believe anything you say. And that's just on period. Okay. So I love you guys. Thank you, Cherie, for sharing. Go watch The Shack, for real, for real. Have a beautiful Monday. It is the last Monday of the year, guys. It is the last Monday of the year. And this is what I said on my story, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Use this Monday to reflect how every Monday is gonna be for the rest of the year, next year. Tomorrow, do the same thing. Use tomorrow as Tuesday, how your Tuesdays in 2022 are going to look, how you want them to look. You have the choice. I don't care if you have a job. I don't care if you got kids. I don't care about none of that. How do you want your Monday to look? How do you want your Tuesday to look? How do you want your Wednesdays to look? And that's what you need to take action today. Don't wait for January 1st. I keep telling you guys that. Don't wait till next week, Monday. Because guess what next week, Monday is? January 3rd. That's actually Tiffany's birthday, my wife. But next Monday is the 3rd. So you're not going to start your goals on Saturday, right? The 1st is Saturday. No, start now. So what you want your Monday to look like, start that today. Start taking action. I don't care if your morning routine didn't look like how you want it to look. Do your morning routine right now this afternoon. Okay. If you have that freedom, take action. Okay. Be committed. I love you guys. Make sure that you are a light in someone's dark tunnel today. Every day, lead with love, lead with light. Lead with laughter. You have the power to be the temperature changer in the room. I love you guys. Bye, Castiel. Bye, Puppy. He's so cute. I love him. I need babies, y'all. Anyways, I love y'all.